Hi, Crazy Carl here. Joe Biden got my vote in the last presidential election, beating Donald Trump and bringing our government under the control of a dedicated leader and civil servant. Here are 23 of Joe Biden's greatest accomplishments as President of the United States thus far. Number one, pass the $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure package to increase investment in the national network of bridges and roads, airports, public transport, and national broadband internet, as well as waterways and energy systems. Two, help to get more than 500 million life-saving COVID-19 vaccination in the arms of Americans through the American Rescue Plan. Three, stop a 30-year streak of federal inaction on gun violence by signing the bipartisan Safer Communities Act that created enhanced background checks, closed the boyfriend loophole, and provided funds for youth mental health. Four, made a $369 billion investment in climate change, the largest in American history, through the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022. 5. Ended the longest war in American history by pulling the troops out of Afghanistan. 6. Provided $10,000 to $20,000 in college debt relief to Americans with loans who make under $125,000 a year. 7. Cut child poverty in half through the American Rescue Plan. 8. Capped prescription drug prices at $2,000 per year for seniors on Medicare through the Inflation Reduction Act. 9. Passed the COVID-19 relief deal that provided payments of up to $1,400 to many struggling U.S. citizens while supporting renters and increasing unemployment benefits. 10. Achieved historically low unemployment rates after the pandemic caused them to skyrocket. 11. Imposed a 15% minimum corporate tax on some of the largest corporations in the country, ensuring that they pay their fair share as part of the historic Inflation Reduction Act. 12. Recommitted America to the global fight against climate change by rejoining the Paris Agreement. 13. Strengthened the NATO alliance in support of Ukraine after the Russian invasion by endorsing the inclusion of world military powers Sweden and Finland. 14. Authorized the assassination of al-Qaeda terrorist Ayman al-Zawahiri, who became head of the organization after the death of Osama bin Laden. 15. Gave Medicare the power to negotiate prescription drug prices through the Inflation Reduction Act, while also reducing government health spending. 16. Held Vladimir Putin accountable for his invasion of Ukraine by imposing stiff economic sanctions. 17. Boosted the budget of the Internal Revenue Service by nearly $80 billion to reduce tax evasion and increase revenue. 18. Created more jobs in 1 year, 6.6 million, than any other president in U.S. history. 19. Reduced healthcare premiums under the Affordable Care Act by $800 a year as part of the American Rescue Plan. 20. Signed the PACT Act to address service members exposed to burn pits and other toxins. 21. Signed the CHIPS and Science Act to strengthen American manufacturing and innovation. 22. Reauthorized the Violence Against Women Act through 2027. And 23. Halted all federal executions after the previous administration reinstated them after a 17-year freeze. This is a very reputable term thus far, and I am sure the balance of his term will show many additional battles fought and won. But 2024 is on the horizon, and Joe Biden's age will be 81 to 82 years old for the next presidential election cycle. This is a showstopper for me. It is time the old guard hands the difficult task of leading this country off to the younger leaders. Joe Biden's legacy will go down as one of the best in our history, but it is time for him to step away and mentor the next generation of leaders. We truly need younger ideas and their nonstop energy to make sure this country stays the leader among the democratic nations around the world. Step away, Joe. You have done a great service to your country, and help pick your successor to lead this country that you hold so near and dear. Thank you.
Please! Yes!
Thank you very much.